It's a small program. We have 9 residents and 10 or 11 faculty. And it's basically, it's run by the core group of faculty. And we get together, every week for conference, and then everyone is doing their rotations. But despite everyone being in 3 different hospitals and, doing didactics, you still get a pretty good community feel.
The best part of this program for me is definitely my coworkers, for sure. I think OU does a great job at recruiting people with like mindsets who are really interested in making the institution better and more accessible to everyone, so I really like it.
My favorite parts of the program would definitely have to be the camaraderie that we have within the program itself. And so it was huge to me to be able to go into a program where it felt like a family. We felt like we'd all be taking care of each other. Residency is such a hard time to begin with, and it's really important to have a good community to go through it with.
I think I had a pretty unique view of the program training here in Tulsa as a medical student, and I think just seeing how the faculty really did care about the development of each resident. The size of our program lends itself to being able to be very dynamic as new needs arise. I think that's something that I've been able to benefit from.
Hello, my name is Bo Burns. I'm the Chair of Emergency Medicine here at OU School of Community Medicine, and I'm very excited to talk about our program today. If you're a student and you're looking into emergency medicine, I want to encourage you to continue your support and pursuit of this amazing specialty. I became one of the original faculty back in 2007, where I was clerkship director, then became assistant program director, and then was program director, and am now chair. So if you're a student, you're wondering, what is a chair? What does that person do? Well, the way that I see my job for you as one of our potential residents is to facilitate and enable your success. Our graduates go on to work all over the United States in many, many different roles: community practice, academics, chief medical officers, medical directors, ultrasound directors, academics, fellowship trained. We want to get you where you want to be.
You're going to be working at 2 major trauma centers in addition to a burn center, big stroke center, and you get to go out in the rural sites and learn how to practice medicine out there. So no matter what you do, when you leave, you're going to be prepared.
At our program, we're really well prepared for practice in all settings. So from a clinical standpoint, we practice at academic trauma centers, and we also practice at rural kind of critical access facilities, and we are well equipped to handle anything that comes through the door for us.
I think, again, an advantage of the size of our program is that you get to work pretty consistently with your attendings. And from that, they're able to see you and give you personalized feedback that helps you really develop and grow as a resident.
So every Thursday we have conference, which is an academic session where attending physicians as well as residents give lectures on specific topics. We also go over interesting cases that we've had recently.
We bring in faculty to talk about sort of the art of medicine and the humanism side of being an ER doctor. In addition, this year we're focusing on board prep. So we're focusing on the written boards and sort of the technique and how you move through oral boards.
We have about 6 months off service for our intern year and about 6 months on service, and so it really gives us an opportunity to get to know kind of all of the aspects of medicine that we touch. So we spend a lot of time with the operating room staff, kind of learning how to intubate, best technique to do so. We also spend time in a pediatric emergency department, a high volume, high acuity center there. We learn how to be very adept at ultrasound so that we can care for all presentations of all diseases for patients that come to us, and we really use ultrasound heavily in our department to optimize our clinical practice. So between that and OBGYN, we get a well-rounded experience and also get back in the department for 6 months to be able to apply all of that.
Moving here was also really nice, coming from a big city or a city kind of like the suburb of Houston. Houston's very expensive, but like I said, here in Tulsa, everything is pretty much affordable. even on a resident salary. Like, I live downtown, which is really nice. I can walk to all the restaurants and different things that's downtown, and it's very affordable. I live by myself. I don't have to have a roommate. Tulsa, I think, is a really special place. It's a smaller city, but it has all the amenities here that you could think of. If you think about wanting to do it, they have it here in Tulsa, and if it's not here, then it's close by.
Opportunities to help and opportunities to advocate and use my influence as a leader to promote, equity among the students, among the residents, is something I don't take for granted and I don't take lightly. There is always an opportunity to help someone. I like to say life happens during residency. Families struggle. Relationships struggle. There's challenges at the hospital. And these are things I try to be very transparent with. When I became chair, which was 7 years ago now, I was program director and chair for about 3 years, and our department had a leadership void. We'd had some turnover and things were very tough, and it was a great opportunity for us to all kind of come together and come together as a group of faculty and residents and kind of just band together and work through this thing. I'm a firm believer in the value of setbacks and challenges, right? You're not going to develop resilience and grit without some work and some trial and some tribulation. And so what I like to say to students when I talk to them a lot of, nationwide in my work is find a place you feel safe failing. Every resident is going to have a setback during residency. It's not because you did something wrong, it's because you're human. You're going to miss something clinically. There's going to be a challenge that wasn't expected. Find a place where you feel safe and supported, and we'll work through that with your faculty and your people together, and you'll be stronger for it.